this is Shawn Powell. I wanted to take a second and tell you something that I realized that I think is pretty important. And I hadn't really even thought about it because since I got in the USI Tech and promoting it, everybody that's doing the YouTube channels, of course they're hitting big issues and things like that. But to be perfectly honest, y'all, there is so much tied up with people trying to grow their business. And it's a perfect time. And you can't knock these leaders for doing it. These people who are doing really well in the YouTube world, getting, right at the very tip top of page one for some of these keywords. But what I have noticed was I scrolled down there, and for the longest, nobody's training. Nobody is teaching anything to anybody. They are showing their results to some degree. They are talking about Bitcoin. They are doing, all sorts of different things. But nobody is telling you how to get leads for free, how to do this, how to do YouTube, how to do Facebook, how to do email marketing, how to put together an awesome follow-up email, how to use a sales funnel to your benefit, things of that nature. And the sad part is I kind of fell into that category because there's some big hitters in this game compared to other businesses I've done where I came in at the right time and I just nailed all of page one. And so after a while, I got to the point I could just start putting out really good training content, and I hadn't got to that point. But I have yet to find anybody put out content that I know I can do. And when I went back and started looking, this is my YouTube channel itself, and I get past these parts here. Now, these are good videos, y'all. I'm not knocking that, but they're strategic, how to think right with USI Tech to build up to 400%. Understanding strategies, game plans, things like that, but it's not teaching you how to get leads and things like that. And I scrolled down here at the bottom, and this is Power Lead Systems, which I've been with Power Lead Systems for years. I love some Power Lead Systems, man. I get paid several thousands a week just to use my tools, for sales funnels, things of that nature. But I started coming down here, and I looked at Power Lead Systems standing at the front door with your hand out. This is awesome training, y'all. Power Lead Systems, some bad truths about online business, bad truths about leaders. I started putting out some content about how to become a beast in Power Lead Systems using Facebook. And the best part is, all the training that I was making for that could work very well, if not even better, with USI Tech. So in this episode, I'm really going to be talking about Facebook itself. Now, I'm not going to draw everything out and make this some really really long one. I have made some videos where literally I would show exactly what I did. If you need to see those, go down to some of my videos on Power Lead Systems, how to get 60 to 100 plus leads a day with Facebook alone. And you'll really, if you type that in, you'll realize that I've done a lot of training on this as well. But I'm going to be showing you what I'm doing now in the Facebook world. Now, I juggle two ways of getting out to people. I do YouTube and I do Facebook. Now, to be perfectly honest, I do consider there kind of to be a third wheel involved, that even though it is Facebook, I don't consider it promoting Facebook per se, but it's just powerful. It's going to be your timeline and posting in the Facebook group of the business that you're part of. So other people around you can see that you're a part of this. That is tremendously important. So I will be talking about that. So when I say posting in groups in Facebook, I'm going to probably be referring to work at home, work from home opportunities, things of that nature, those Facebook group posting groups. Now, some of y'all, you haven't been around long enough to really know what that can do for you. Secondly, you haven't been around long enough because some of y'all have jumped into businesses where the first answer is always, well, here's your paid advertising, get out there. And that's it. And you don't know anything else. And most of y'all, you're excited about it, but you never get the opportunity to show your downline, to show your leads, to have anybody. You've got this thing built up inside of you that is the answer. God put it there for a reason. I swear he did. He really is in there, yet nobody gets to see it. If you want to know how I succeed in the YouTube world, it's because I believe in what I do. I mash the record button and I let go. I let go, y'all. I don't care. I really don't care. If somebody likes my content, great. If they don't, great. But you know what they both got in common? I guarantee you they can tell I believe in what I do. I'm passionate about what I do. and I don't have to script anything. I just let go. If you have that in you, if you've got any part of this, even if you question it, but you know you love something inside of you, y'all, you've got it. You've really got it. All you got to do is just let go. Everybody's got their story, okay? I talk to people all the time. And the sad part is they're great stories and these people need the money. The problem is they're here today. They're gone for a month. I don't hear them. I don't see them at all. I don't know what's going on. And then they pop up saying they're ready. They do it again over and over and over again. You can't halfway build a business like this. Can you imagine having a storefront restaurant where you came once a month and that's all you did and left? You expect it to build itself? It ain't going to happen, y'all. Online business, to me, starts in your mind. It takes you being strong, you believing in it, you believe in, you know what, and I've said this before in other videos, y'all. I didn't know I was stuck. I didn't know I was stuck, man. I was making, I live in the middle of North Carolina, in the middle of nowhere, to be perfectly honest, right? If I make 50, 60,000 a year, I'm doing great compared to my people around me. I bought an old 2-story house that is my dream home, to be perfectly honest, in a small town for just about nothing. My house payment was $275 a month. $275 a month. 4,300 square foot house. 2-car garage, wraparound front porch, wraparound back porch, 1 full acre. Yeah, I mean, I can tell you now. It needs some work done to it. I'm gonna tell you that it needs some work to be done to it now. It's older house. Time you're done, it's time to start again. But I could live comfortably with that 50 or 60,000 a year and be just like everybody else. I actually enjoyed my job. Okay, you don't do 26 years of restaurants. It made me very personable with people. I was the PR guy, to be perfectly honest, for any restaurant I ever did. Even if it might have been doing different restaurants over the years, it's still the same thing, y'all. People are people, you know what I'm saying? So I found it really easy. I don't get too sidetracked here. I just want to let you know that it took me getting online business. And once I got there to realize I didn't have a way out, that my little boy, and I thought this was normal, y'all. My little boy could not live in his house for half the week. I'm a single dad. He couldn't be in the house. He had to go stay somewhere else because I worked so many hours back to back to back. That was normal. I expected that to be okay. I went to work happy knowing I can't see my son for the next 3 days. Y'all, when I got an online business, something clicked. I can tell you. God said there's a better way if you just put the work in. And I did. There's I don't care what excuse anybody has. I don't care what it is. You are not more upside down than I was when I got an online business. First of all, the first business I got into sucked. I didn't know it. I didn't know it sucked, to be perfectly honest. I didn't know it. I saw the potential with no ceiling and I was excited about something. I thought it was the best thing I've ever seen in my life. Thank God God gave me that vision for that business like that. Because looking back, I wouldn't have done it, to be honest now. But you know what? That's your starting point. That's where I came in at. And, I had that burn in my stomach that wouldn't go away. I was working 65 hours a week in a restaurant, being a single dad at the same time for my little boy, yet I still made time. Usually, those long days when he won't here, when I came home, y'all, I still had I hated a white shirt. I cannot stand a freaking white shirt. You will never see me wear a white shirt unless it's underneath something like this and a tie. We all were forced to wear the same tie. I went for years. I could wear anything I wanted. Then all of a sudden, the restaurant made us all wear the exact same thing. That white shirt and that ugly freaking tie, to be honest, motivated me to do what I did away from there even more. Something as simple as that, y'all. God does things for reasons. And I can tell you, when I quit my job, I took every white shirt I had. I was supposed to turn it back in and get money, right? Or something like that. I don't know. I've never quit before until that day. But I took all my clothes, put them on the floor, stomped all over them, had my little boy walk all over them, and then put my ties down in there, and we went and threw them in the dumpster. I took images of that day when I quit my job. That's how much I hated those white shirts, that short sleeve shirts with a tie, that everybody had to look alike. Couldn't stand it. It motivated me. I would come home at night wearing that shirt, hadn't even taken a shower yet, stinking, sit down at the computer, take the notes out of my pocket that were everywhere because I had been thinking about online business all day long. And then I started thinking about what I needed to do to try these things I had on these pieces of paper. Let me tell you something I learned, y'all, more important than anything else. When you try things and you're applying action, you learn things that no one else may even know. And it sticks with you so much, y'all, it makes you the best leader in the whole world. It makes you the best sponsor because of the fact that you have applied the action and you know the results that you got from this and you can show others. It doesn't mean that it's the only way to do it, okay? Because if somebody told me they want to do Craigslist or something, I got leads. I had a hard time. But if that was the only way they had to get out to people, there's no other way, I believe you can make it. So I'm not going to sit there and put people down. I'll just tell them what my results were. To be perfectly honest, yeah, I got leads. None went active. I sponsored over 150 people with Craigslist and not one went active. To me, it wasn't, I just couldn't get them to convert. But maybe this other person can. I'm not telling them that's the only thing that they can do. It's what I'm trying to say. I'm saying go out there, pick a way, and then make it happen. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Okay. Now I'm going to get too sidetracked here. I do have a couple of things I want to show you. I did not make this for this, but it's fine. It'll work anyhow. This is one of my older ads that I would use on Facebook to post in the groups. Okay. Now, what are the requirements to post in the groups? Okay, and this is big, y'all. I got free from the job in 6 months with a $4 stand and my phone. That's an S3 phone. And what I did was I observed the masses and realized that these people look like carbon copies of each other. And on top of that, not only did they have carbon copies of each other, they were boring. Now, in the YouTube world, you are limited to how many times you can post a day. And nobody knows exactly what that amount is. So what you want to always do is stay below that radar. Now, when that means staying below the radar, that means every post I do is valuable. The timing is valuable. The content I'm putting out there is valuable. Now, if you're trying to learn and put all this together, it is always going to be a trial and error. Throw it out there and see what works, and then learn from it and keep going. Some of y'all are not going to have the patience for Facebook. If you know you don't have the patience for going 2 weeks with getting limited amount of leads because you haven't put everything together yet, because to be honest, y'all, it takes throwing it out there and learning what works for you your way. Now, understand this, y'all. When I say what works for you your way, I mean your actions are producing results that are moving you forward, and you're learning from it. It wasn't somebody else's theory. You can take them. I'm just saying you are literally putting the wheels to the ground and getting out there, and this is what I'm learning from it. When you learn that way, y'all, it's become so much more valuable. And it's not theory. These things are working. You're getting leads. You're getting members, things of that nature. And a lot of y'all, you're not willing to put the work in to get to that level. You see what I'm saying? Once you understand that in the Facebook world, you're getting seen, okay? Now, I'm going to tell you what I think is real important. Don't get in groups less than 50,000 people because you're limited to the number of posts you can make a day. So why would you put yourself in a group with 3,000 people if you're limited to only being seen but so many times? Secondly, there are hot times at Facebook to be posted. So don't post at the times that are not hot times because you are limited to the amount of times that you can really post. Now, when you start to think like that, now add this to it. If I'm in a group with 160,000 people in it and I post something, I'm going to get seen, okay? Don't ask yourself, am I going to get seen? No, you're going to get seen. The question is not getting seen in the Facebook world. It is standing out in the Facebook world. A lot of y'all don't get that. You realize a commercial on TV can be the most boring thing in the world. Yeah, it got seen, but who cared? Look at this. You can be the exact same thing, y'all. You can be the most boring commercial in the world. You got seen, but it didn't do you any good. Observe the masses and do the opposite. If people look like They're using something now, their back office that looks like this copy and paste. They're going to stamp it up there and say, this is my business, this represents all of me, and then they're just going to keep going. That's going to be terrible commercials that are not going to get results. Now, you do understand that people join people. And if I'm standing out in these Facebook groups with 160,000 people in there, and I'm making my content personable, that means and to be honest, y'all, write things that mean something to you. When I got free from a job, you know when I went from the most leads I ever got in a day was 10 leads. 10 leads, y'all. But you know, even at 10 leads, I was so excited that I was getting members in because I was babysitting these people. I learned shortly I couldn't do that for the masses because once you get thousands, your time doesn't become even possible for you to babysit people. Okay? So I'll talk about that in just a little bit as well. But this picture right here, I've used this to brand me. If you notice this on my timeline and Facebook, things of that nature, and I want that to be my brand because the reason I got free from a job is because of my little boy. The reason I came home and worked my tail off until the sunlight was out here again, jumping in the shower, sometimes not sleeping at all, and going back to work another 14-hour shift. It's because I saw something, woke up inside of me. And you know, the next day when I went to work, I was still bouncing off the freaking walls. Bouncing off the walls with no sleep or slobbering on the keyboard from where I fell asleep at the computer desk. You see what I'm saying? I used this image and I posted on Facebook, not this around it, just me and my little boy. I used that image, y'all, and I told people what it meant to me for my new business, what it would mean to me and my little boy to get freedom. How I hadn't only been in the business for a couple of months, y'all, or even a month or whatever, yet I was already seeing light at the end of my tunnel. I was already having big days, which at that time was good compared to everybody else around me, to be perfectly honest. I had something inside of me. I believed in it, and I was showing people. My content was standing out like you wouldn't believe. It took me 2 weeks. I want you to listen to this, y'all. It took me getting pissed off with Facebook not getting results for 2 weeks before I finally let go and said, you know what? I want this more than I care what anybody thinks. And I started writing content that meant something. I mean, when I started putting out what my little boy and me being free and how many hours I worked in restaurants and how I was looking at this and the light and then the tunnel, everything clicked. All I did, no proof of any sorts, was me and my little boy in a big image right there. Nothing else. And me letting go. I went from 10 leads a day to 36 leads in the next day, in one day. Y'all, I was bouncing off the freaking walls. I can tell you. I came home, I couldn't even think, man. I was like, I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it. I figured it out. You know what the answer is? Sincerity, y'all. Sincerity. But you can't get there hiding behind a sales funnel. You can't get there if you don't show people. You know, at that moment, I picked Facebook and I hit my head on the wall for 2 weeks before I got it. But you realize now, looking back, I know the answer, sincerity, and I believe in the businesses I do where I don't do it. And I get out to people and I open up and I let go. Do you realize it wouldn't matter what way I picked? It would not matter. Some of y'all are getting caught up on this. Well, I got to do paid advertising. Okay, if that's what you pick, just do it right. Focus at one way and blow the freaking doors off of it. Focus it one way and master it. Focus it one way and hit your head on that roadblock for 2 weeks like I did. Before long, using that post, I had one thing in the arsenal in my bag, right? I had this one sincere post that really, really worked. What did I do then? I started asking myself, why did it work? I stood out, man. I was getting seen in these Facebook groups. I just wasn't standing out before. So what is my job in the Facebook groups? Learning to stand out. Observe the masses. I hope everybody does have that little stamp, y'all. I hope they represent them because I'm going to blow the doors off of them. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Once you learn to focus, put sincerity in it, and just let go, y'all, people are going to sense it. I don't care if it's YouTube. I don't care if it's Facebook, Craigslist. If you're going to neighbors' houses knocking, if it doesn't even matter, y'all. If you believe in something, you got that burn in your stomach, and you really want this to happen, and you realize now that people join people, and you've been hiding you. There's no bigger PR guy. There will never be a bigger public relations guy. There will never be a bigger cheerleader in your business than you ever. So quit being stupid and trying to act like you're some kind of guru or hiding that person that believes in the business who would love to help people is going to be accessible because that's the perfect sponsor. That's what they want. Isn't it what you want? Wouldn't you love to sign up to a business that the person itself couldn't even barely talk in the videos from one sentence to the next because they were so excited about the business? They don't have to have 6 digits, 7 digits over here to do that. You know when you found the right one, y'all. You can tell it. And once you, if you notice what you needed and that person's accessible, and you go to their timeline and they're a beacon for the business. I mean, every post is welcome, congratulating people, telling showing proof, progress, and uplifting people. And it's every day that way. Those 5 things over and over and over and over, and nothing else. You know you got the right person. Then you get in the Facebook group and you see for the business of the whatever that business is don't even matter, to be perfectly honest. You see your sponsor or would be or could be sponsor going off every day showing the same stuff, man. If that makes a great sponsor and you know damn well you'd follow that person, you ain't got to question that. I know you would. Then why do you think you need to be someone different? You don't. If you can't be that person, then you're probably not in the right business. Go find that business that makes you that person. And when you decide you really want to make this, is when you let go. When you start making videos like this that are damn 30 minutes long, because I'm going to tell you what, I can't make a freaking video that's not 30 minutes long. If somebody I don't like it, I don't give a damn. I can't help that. Okay? Sometimes I don't even start rolling to the 20-minute mark. What I'm trying to tell you is businesses you believe in, and then you focus it that one way. And I'm going to tell you the honest truth, y'all. God is going to show you the way. He's going to show you. Your business will tell you what you need to know if you're applying action. If I didn't hit those roadblocks for 2 weeks, if I quit that first week, I would have learned so much. I didn't really want the business, apparently. Apparently, I wanted to go back to work. I don't know. I must have been happy with that. I didn't. God put something on my stomach. You know what my biggest fear was, y'all? This is the honest truth. I was not worried about losing money. I was not worried about anything online business that might went bad. What I was scared of more than anything, this is the God's honest truth. I've only said this a couple of times, is I was scared what God had put in my stomach. This feeling was going to quit before I could figure it out. Because sometimes I was bad for that. I would be into this for a little while, and I would go hardcore, hard as I could. It wouldn't be online business. I'm talking about anything. Remote controlled trucks, video games, anything. I would be passionate about something for a little bit of time, and then after that, I would lose it, and I didn't care no more. And I'd go to the next thing. It made me good at a lot of different things, to be perfectly honest, because I would study it, and I would figure out what's the best thing, this and this. That was how I was living before I really hit online business. And online business hit me harder than anything I had hit me before. And I knew God was behind me. I was just scared it was going to go away. I didn't want it to. And I know most of y'all, if you have got it in you and you're not letting it out, and then on top of that, you're hiding behind this, and you've got that burden in your stomach, and it's going to die before you ever apply enough action to learn. That's what I'm telling you. I was scared that's what was going to happen to me. 6 months later, I walked away from a job, y'all. Walked away from a job. The manager sitting down beside me, they asked me would I start working more hours, right? The other manager beside me, we were good friends. He's 6'9". He's a rugby player. Really cool guy. Love the guy, man. He put his head down and just started shaking his head. Because he knew I was making more money before I even went to work. And they asked me to start working 70 hours a week. My district manager, a guy that walked away, I was trying to hold a straight face because I knew I was done. He looked at me, he said, "You ain't gonna do it, are you?" I said, "Man, I'm done. I'm done." That was May 7th, 2015. I came home and I never went back to work. And even then, y'all, I didn't know how good being home from birthdays to birthdays to birthdays with my little boy was. You know what I'm saying? Man, I can tell you, when he was small, and he'd go in another room, he'd say, "I love you, Daddy." You know, I'd hear it all the time. Or if I went more than about 10, 15 minutes, I didn't hear him, I'd say, "I love you, Adam." And we'd holler back and forth to each other. You know, we still do that. He's damn near 11 years old. Y'all, I'm telling you, we're so much closer than you can even imagine. We spend, there's no doubt in my mind, if you ask my little boy, now I want him to have his best friends. That's not what I'm saying. And I'm not saying the dad isn't going to be stern, but I can tell you what, y'all, I made a big difference in his life. There's no doubt in my mind. And it come from online business and not giving up and putting the work in. Okay, I don't want to get too sidetracked here. Okay, if you notice right here, this was actually for USI Tech. This was November the 1st. It was a big commission I got come in, 0.481. That's a lot of Bitcoin. At that moment, it was $3,225. I like using timestamps because of the fact that he shows it at the moment. That makes a big difference. Okay, if you are trying to do Facebook, I would say this is a free app I use. It's called PhotoGrid, and I build this with my phone. This is not even one of the better ones, but I always have the same criteria. I try to grab attention. It's going to be really colorful, and I'm always going to have a picture of me and my little boy because I'm always brand me into it. And I just used an app, take some screenshots, and put it up there. That's worked for me. That has always worked for me. But there's nothing wrong. But like I said, you don't need hundreds of different ads. All you got to do is throw it out there and find a couple of good ads that work for you. And then you ask yourself, why did that work? And then you put that in your arsenal. You don't do that one ad until it's no good anymore. Well, I mean, you can until you don't see lead numbers that much anymore, but people are going to get tired of seeing the same ads inside those Facebook groups. So what you want to do is try different ones and know that the whole objective here is I'm trying to stand out. And being sincere is going to be the answer. So write content that can mean something and just put it out there. That's all you really got to do, y'all. Now, from here, here's another one. Raw, just in your face commissions always works. This was actually one of the smaller ones I got. But listen, y'all, these smaller ones in Power Lead Systems, because Power Lead Systems is part of USI Tech in our sales funnel, this helps me create more momentum. Okay, so when I do the work now and I'm busting my butt and I'm building credibility, I don't care who I am or where I'm starting at. If I'm putting content that's being sincere and I'm showing stuff, and then when I start making the credibility itself starting to come in, November the 5th could be my first one day, and I'm going to show you a huge difference between here, November the 5th, and where I'm sitting at now. Now, why has it increased? Because I was making credibility that's time stamped at this moment. And once I get that credibility and I create momentum for myself, I take that momentum to make more momentum. And I don't let off. I don't let off. Some of y'all, if you made $10,000 this week, you say, well, I'm good for the month. And you take the whole month off. If you didn't let off the hammer and use that to create more momentum, to be perfectly honest, you would end with 20 to 30,000 in a month. If you keep it going, it's going to be about you creating momentum. And here's something else too. I hear people say this all the time. Oh, I'm too new. I don't have credibility. There's nothing wrong with you being new, y'all. What you need to do is use someone else's credibility until you get it, right? What does credibility mean? It means that I'm not going to steal someone else's. I'm talking about borrowing somebody's, using someone else's credibility. Find an upline, y'all. Something that's doing really good, and then work it correctly. Say something like, "Look, y'all, let me show you. This is what somebody I know personally in the Facebook group. Y'all, this is a ridiculous amount of income. I got a friend of mine. He's made $92,000 in the first 21 days inside of USI Tech, and we're using our sales funnel. He's made $91,000. I'm sorry, $921,000. I was wrong. I know that sounds crazy. $921,000, right? You can take someone's credibility like that, post it up here and say, look, y'all, this is a ridiculous amount of income. You have got to come through and check this out. I'm impressed with this. There's no way that that won't work. Do not lie to your people and say that you're making that kind of money. If you lie to your people, you're going to lose credibility quicker than anything, because as soon as they sign up, they're going to know you're not making that kind of money. Okay? So don't lie to your people about that. Just use credibility of other people. Once you start creating your own credibility, or then you start getting that momentum, get that little ball rolling and keep it going until you start having some really big days. Now these, to be perfectly honest, this has been a while back. This is right when I started. As a matter of fact, this might be one of the first commissions I made, to be perfectly honest, inside USI Tech. This is this is credibility at that time frame shortly after. So I'm starting to get the ball rolling. That's $1,080 in new growth in 24 hours. It's not bad. This definitely works really well together. What I could do would be, I would post this post right here, this big one right here, and then I would put something that grabbed attention, right, whatever it is underneath it, and then try it and see how it works. I always put the link inside of mine, always. Now, right below it, if anybody commented, or sometimes if I felt like it would do me some more good, I could write another short post telling everybody just to hit the link above, and then I'd show them this as well. So it's just creating more credibility. And in the Facebook world, people, they see more comments, they think it's a win. More likes, more comments. So definitely use that, but use that to your advantage, y'all, because if anybody ever puts any likes up there, then you can go down below. Hey Jim, thanks for the like, buddy. I appreciate it, or it's appreciated. Go one line down below and say, everybody, look at this. This is my second business that's in the sales funnel, and this is, I'm getting paid for both businesses. Check this out. Something like that will work. You can tag that person that liked. Go ahead and friend anybody. I don't care who it is. If they have liked your content, they're going to be valuable to you. Not only will they watch you every time you go inside that Facebook group, people who like content have a tendency to like more in the future. More likes that you build, or it's almost like having your team, even when they're not on your team, that's going to help you build your business. Facebook looks at likes and comments, and the people in Facebook look at those, and you can have a post that is better than mine. But if I've got 10 comments and I'm doing stuff like this, and I'm giving great answers down below, y'all, that's really it, y'all. Think about this. Let's say that I tagged Tim and say, Tim, he asked for information. Say, Tim, I appreciate you messaging, buddy. And I give a really great answer about it and tell them a little bit more about the business. Don't ever let the cat out of the bag. Never, ever let the cat out of the bag. You want them to go through and see the sales funnel. Let that tell them what it is. But if I give great answers, Tim may never even look at it. But every time I post a message or comment here, it's going to go back to the top of the post for the Facebook group, right? What's going to happen? I'm going to get hit again and again and again, and it's more valuable with every time. Now, with that being said, it might be Miss Marie came through and she saw the comment I left for Tim, and I did a very impressive job. People get a chance to see the person that you are by comments that you're putting down below it and the answers that you're giving. And before long, you got people that already going through feeling better about you, even in a Facebook post, and then hitting the link and then going through. It's not hard, y'all. It just requires putting some effort in. When I do Facebook, this is the honest truth, y'all. It's me laying on the couch every day. When I'm focusing on Facebook, I'm laying on the couch. I've got a blanket on me. I'm watching YouTube. The cat is fast asleep on the lower part of my legs. And either I have my phone or my laptop, and I'm posting in the groups watching YouTube. Yet, I can make 60 leads plus a day. I can make 100 leads a day if I focused at just Facebook, use 2 different accounts, and just get out there every day and build momentum over a couple of days. Because this post from 3 days ago would start me coming back. And all I got to do is make a comment down below it and things of that nature, and it brings it back to the top. It's not hard, y'all. It's just, I've learned to master Facebook, to be perfectly honest. I don't know anybody who got free from a job in 6 months with a Facebook account and a phone. I really don't. If somebody's done it, probably, maybe. I don't know who they are. I don't know anybody. not modern day that's done it anyhow, at least. So that's how I do it. Now, go down here. Here's another ad I post for Power Lead Systems. Now, I would use something like this if I have not done Power Lead Systems for a while and I was looking. Notice there's no timestamps up here, right? Well, I've got a lot of credibility, but I might not have made this money recently. So it's still a win. I put this up here. It's very colorful. It grabs attention. Nobody's not going to be able to see this. I'm going to tell you that, okay? I got credibility up here. And then on top of that, I put, little playful things down here as well. It kind of shows your personality. I think that should kind of be the same way. This post shows my personality. I'm a freaking kid, I guess. I don't know. But anyhow, but this can help me create momentum that's going to put new timestamps. And when I put those new timestamps, then I can start using those. I do believe timestamps do make a difference, though. I do think it's important. Same image. These are all times 100. These are diamonds I had taken. I've got a lot more than that. I tried to show as many as I could without looking like ant writing, to be perfectly honest. I wanted people to see how many of these are coming 2 a day kind of things of that nature at that moment. Here's a really good one, y'all. Let me show you. This is $1,742 in 24 hours using USI Tech. That's that same November, right? And down here I had another November the 7th and 8th, which was really just 24 hours, $662 a day, right? Well, this ad actually worked really well for me. And again, like always, I've got me sitting here inside of it. And this image right here in the background is actually my startup scene. I just put it in there for some reason. I don't know. Anyhow, it worked out good. Really grabbed attention. Here's another one I tried. This one didn't do too well. I was really trying to show the commissions I made in USI Tech in the last 7 days, and I wanted my timestamp to show up here, right? Now, you got to become creative because in USI Tech, you can't go show your dashboard. You cannot show how many people you got in your team. You cannot show people you're sponsoring. You cannot show, how much money you've made, how much Bitcoin you've got sitting there. That's a requirement. But there's nothing wrong with you taking and the amounts that you're making and going to a calculator and taking screenshots. See what I'm saying? They don't know the difference. They don't even know what the business is. Now they know it's probably Bitcoin, but that's it. So I've followed the same guidelines. I put me down here. 5,000 new members a day, free to sign up is obviously a big thing. If I didn't tell you, Facebook loves free. They love free. Okay. So, and that's it. I run with this. To be perfectly honest, it didn't do as well. This one did a lot better. I learned from that, right? I don't care which one works better. All I'm doing is figuring out what works. I don't care which is which. To be perfectly honest, if I had an ad that was great and it wasn't even me in it and it was great and it worked great, then fine. But most of the time, I find me making this personable does more good than anything. So I put that in there. Now, what's this? 420, 412 plus 520. So that was $1,000 a day. It's right here. Now, this is a couple of weeks back. My commissions get a lot bigger than this. Now, earlier I told you trying to find credibility from someone who is making a lot of money. This was a little while back. This is the first 25 days of November. One of my buddies wound up making $600,000. Again, that's how you use someone's credibility. Don't say it's yours. Y'all, you've got to see this. This is ridiculous. Put something at the very top of Facebook and go at it, y'all. Use it. Here it is. This is going to be, how much is it? 770,000. He's got 2.6 million now. So this is a month ago. He's way beyond that now. Let's see here. 7 days, 230,000, 7 days. These are still old stuff here. Some training here. Okay, this is at 1,100,000, and this was at what day? November the 28th. So it's starting to grow then for them. Okay, let me see if I can find some stuff here. Now, what does them old commissions and me just staying at it create? It creates this. You see this right here? This is December the 12th, and this is only just a couple of days, y'all. 2 $100 commissions, a $400 commission, 3 $20 a month commissions. I mean, if you look at it, here's 5 in one day, 2 $400 commissions. These are $1,000 days from Power Lead Systems just for using my sales funnel. Yet I'm using this to produce momentum. See what I'm saying? Another $400 commission. I mean, all this right here. When I post stuff like this, it will make me more real quick. And them timestamps keep going. If I've got any battle coming up, it's Christmas. People are going to let off. that this is December the 22nd. I'll pick back up right afterwards. But I will probably use something about like this, get the newest timestamps I got, and then go with it. Let me see what this looks like right here. I hadn't even checked lately. Okay, let me go add. He has. Okay, so this was yesterday. I got a platinum, $400 commission, a diamond, another gold member, 3 gold members, another gold member, another fast start. The platinums are says fast start. So see what I'm saying? This is something to create momentum right here. This would work, and I would just start right back right after Christmas and keep doing the exact same thing. Okay, Bitcoin's down in the 12s. Man, it'd be an awesome time to be buying some Bitcoin. I can tell you that, y'all. So definitely something to think about for some of y'all. Okay, I don't want to make this real long, y'all. I want to keep going here. This is my newest one. It's the exact same post because what I used before worked. Now, if you notice, I didn't change anything. All I did was I came over here, I took away the November part right here. The reason why I did that is because I wanted to go get calculations as of that day. December the 12th. This is the same 0.481 that was done November the 1st. If you remember, it's $3,200. Now it's $8,283. This is December's 12th timestamp to show this, right? Now, if you notice over here, I still didn't move this over. I left this, to be honest, because I did a couple of videos I wanted people to see. So instead of removing this right here, I left it there. And it shows $1,532. How much was that? $600 and some dollars, right? $651? Look how much difference it is. This works. This is just an old commission that I wound up showing, the money itself. And to be perfectly honest, I probably made more than that because I don't show any of my power lead system sales, at that time frame. I'm sure I've made more than 8, that day right by itself. This is one of the most recent. This is last week. This is last week pay. $2,280 in power lead systems. Shows a timestamp right here, right, y'all? So that's a good way for me to use that. What would I post that in? I would post it on my timeline, telling people how much I appreciate Power Lead Systems. I would post that in the official Power Lead Systems group. People acknowledge you as being a go-getter when you do stuff like this in the first place, and it motivates people to go platinum. It motivates people to go diamond. There's money behind this stuff, y'all, and the upgrades itself. You're helping the entire community grow from it. So I would post this on my timeline. I would post this one on the Facebook group itself. I might would post it in Planet Millionaire where we keep, for our USI Tech business as well, because everybody else there uses the same thing. And it's going to be a car I'm planning on getting this year. Might get the yellow one. I've been looking at videos. Okay, I think that's going to be about it as far as showing an example of it, y'all. I will do one on Facebook to help y'all out. Okay, so let me show you what I'm looking at here. I would go to here. This is literally what it looks like. Advertise your business. All right, I want you to see something here. If it pops up, the little boy is killing it, probably in the other room with YouTube. Okay, but you look at the number of people in this group, 131,277. Nothing special about this group. I couldn't care what it's called, to be perfectly honest. As long as it ain't Amway or something where, everybody in there, you don't want to be disrespectful. If it's some kind of advertise your business on Facebook, it's unlimited to your business kind of thing. And it's got 131,000 people. So that's what I would do. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here. I'm going to go back to my other USI Tech information. Okay, now I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to find an ad that I like. And I'm a huge fan of, okay, here's a good one right here. All right, so I would copy this, just bring this down. I'd come up here and start discussion, paste. I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to get rid of this. You notice my link is in here. That's why it popped up. Go to photo video, and I am going to go to pictures, and I'm going to type in USI, because that's going to pop me up to where I titled it. And we'll use the one I just said right here. There you go. And wait for this to pop up. I'm going to get rid of this. That's where it's tagged me in the image right here. And then I would post. That's it, y'all. That's me. You want to go ahead and put a like down here. or a love. I usually put a love down there recently because I got 2 Facebook accounts and I've got them friended each other. When this takes place, I can go, it shows up on the other one. I'll go through I do not have more than 18 Facebook groups. I've only got maybe 13 here, y'all. I'm going to show you how few I've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and that's my own group. I'm not going to post in there. Obviously, we're trying to get leads because I don't steal people from my own people. You can't do that. But the cold groups, like the ones like this one here, that would work fine. Now, if somebody come up here and made a comment or a like, then I would go right here and I would go down below it. And if you notice, I would have second message. I would put, I got some I thought was good ads. Thanks for the like. And then I put that right here and I would literally copy that like this. If somebody had made a like, I would paste it here. I would put their name in there. Let me show you this. Hey, Jim. Even if I can't tag them, right? Even if they weren't, I'm not going to tag you back because they didn't do it. But what I would do would be is I would go right here and I would go ahead and friend them because I'm going to be a workhorse at what I'm doing and they're going to see me in it all the time. And over a period of time, they're going to see this grow to ridiculous numbers. And eventually, Jim will probably jump in my business, to be perfectly honest. And he's going to be putting likes. I already know he's going to do that because he's done it before. And then I would put something over here. So I'm being respectful to Jim. I'm tagging Jim. Thanks for the like. I appreciate it. I might even put a smiley face right here. Everyone take this seriously. This is not addressed to Jim, but I'm using it. And nobody thanks anybody for a like. Think how respectful it is. Then I'm going to go down below it just like this. This is what mastering something looks like, y'all. It is so simple. Thinking out of the box. And I would use this one, right? Here's a pretty one, a pretty good one. And bam, there you go. Now what just happened, y'all? To be perfectly honest, I got a like, 2 loves right here. I got 2 messages, which both are going to appeal to people, absolutely. Secondly, on top of that, both times it brought me back to the top of the Facebook group. Anytime anybody makes any comment, it's going to bring me back up to the top. I need to manage my Facebook account itself. I need to manage these. Between 2 o'clock and 5 o'clock, on the East Coast in the United States, it is the slowest time for Facebook. Now, if I had somebody ask for information right here, to be perfectly honest, I wouldn't even answer back right now. If I want to get as ideal as much, as I can, eyes on this business kind of thing, I let it build up, y'all. I don't even care right now. What I will do is at about 5 or 5:30, because it's winter time, it starts getting dark early. People are coming into the house early. 5 or 5:30, I would go back and say, oh, hey, Steve, I appreciate it, buddy. This is what you need. And I tell them that we're growing. We got 700,000 people in our business now. We're growing. You've got to see people that's in our Facebook group. They absolutely love this business. And I would post another image right here. And I would tag that person and I would friend every person that, that puts a like or comment always because they're going to help me. I'm going to help them over a period of time, but they're going to help me between now and then. I know it. Watch. And that's all you have to do, y'all. And I go from all 15 of them, and I post at the correct times, not after 2 o'clock, not before 5 o'clock. In the summertime, I'll say from about mid-June to, I don't know, just about, it starts getting darker a little earlier. Well, maybe August, September, August, something like that. It starts picking back up then. 7 o'clock is really the hottest time. Would I post to someone at 5 o'clock, 5:30? Yeah. But 7 o'clock, a lot of times they're not even in the house yet. They're out there enjoying it. They're with their family, things of that nature. And about 7 o'clock, 7:30, it's really going to start kicking in, and they're going to start coming back in. You want to be able to control when this post that has got a lot of people comment, a lot of likes, goes back up to the top. This one is more valuable than this one right by itself with nothing else there. Because in the eyes of Facebook, they're looking at the ones that get the most likes and the most comments, and it's going to get nailed over and over and over again. So I'm using what few times I have been allowed to post in Facebook, and I am branding me. I'm standing out. I'm putting out good content that I know is going to grab attention, which takes a couple of weeks to even figure out how to do that probably. That's fine. That's what we're here for. If I know that's what I'm learning, then I've already beat the game. Some of y'all, you don't have the patience for it. If you knew you can get 50, 60 leads a day for free, I'd find some patience for it, to be perfectly honest. See what I'm saying? It's not hard. And just start doing this. It's real simple. All right, y'all. I'm gonna end this video. I hope that most y'all grasp what I was trying to do here. Um, I've got Canva. I have used Canva before. I usually use my Canva to do my posts in my Facebook groups, in my timeline, things of that nature. Working days, commission floodgate number 11. I actually got number 11 unlocked now. Things I'm trying to make points about, stuff like that. I like to go through here and have artistic, have fun. I have made a couple of ads for Facebook groups, but most of them I don't use them, to be honest. It seems like me just doing a straight up this one right here does better than me trying to dress it all up and spending all this time doing that. So I've really learned to just stick with what works for me, and that photo grid on my phone works. It just works. So I can't tell you how to do it any other way. It's going to take you, just find some kind of software. Use PhotoGrid if you like. It's free to do this only on your phones, not on your laptop at all. And then but they got really things that really pop out. Try some different things and see what works for you. If Canva works for you, that's fine too. I'm real artistic. It's really good for me making points, things of that nature. I enjoyed making this one and stuff. But be all honest, I think when I go to post in the groups, what I've been doing works fine. Well, I can't show you, with what I was showing you a minute ago. This one, so I just stick with what works for me. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna end this. If you are in USI Tech and you are struggling and you want to use our cell phone, absolutely. Go down through here. Put in your information right here. Goes to this page right here. Do not sign up already in USI Tech unless you are not signed up in USI Tech. Then sign up at USI Tech. Obviously, you'll be underneath me and my team. I'll be putting a lot more training videos out for sure. And yes, they're probably going to be long, so get used to it. Oh well. Here's continue right here. Continue is going to take you to this page right here. Fast Start is going to be showing you how to buy Bitcoin, how to send it to USI Tech, things of that nature. If you need Bitcoin, click right here. This is going to give you $10 out of every $100 that you purchase, or not every, out of $100 you purchase in Bitcoin. And 90% of the world's going to be coming through there anyhow. If you don't do it, you're just going to be giving away money in the first place. It could have been, going back to them, and you get $10 as well. So, just go ahead and give them to use the link, obviously. And then from here, system setup goes all the way down here. Once you are done, you have power lead systems that makes you incredible money. I showed you that earlier. Thousands, I have plenty $1,000 days just from using my sales funnel that is creating me really good income in USI Tech. If I didn't tell you my first month in, I made $18,000 in USI Tech. I'm gonna kill that this month. I don't even know where I'm sitting at. I'll get I'll do the math on it in about another week and a few days. But I'm willing to bet it's going to be a really, really good month. Between Powerly Systems and USI Tech together, I would say easy 30,000. I probably made in my second month. And get this, my list was in USI Tech months before I was. Okay, I signed up and didn't do anything. My list got in. It took me a while to get used to Bitcoin. I had to learn Bitcoin and really wrap my head around that before I could really start taking it seriously. So I did come to this game late, but I'm here now. And my goal is to be hitting 100,000 a month by spring, and that's my goal. Using USI Tech in our sales funnel. Frank right here, y'all. If y'all knew how much money he was making, it would blow your mind. He made $72,000 yesterday with USI Tech alone, just USI Tech. That's not including Power Lead Systems or anything else. That is a crazy amount of income. All right, y'all. If you need anything, y'all, let me know. Go ahead and sign up at minimum. Friend me on Facebook, and I look forward to seeing you in the Facebook groups. Appreciate it.